Hello everyone, this is Joker and welcome to my channel and another Formula 1 review. Right, where to start, where to unpack? Qualifying and sprint qualifying. I'll start there. How weird was that? I mean, yeah, qualifying on a Friday and then a short race on Saturday before we get the race, and basically only one practice session where you can change the setup, and the other one is just for what? It was weird, it was really weird, but I can't say I dislike the format. Not sure if I want to see it in every race. For example, Monaco, no thanks. But it was not a failure. It was not a failure then. So, yeah. I fear this is going to be a short review though, because it doesn't matter how long I wait before posting this and filming this. The race itself left a double sour taste in my mouth. I say double because I am a Max Verstappen fan. Not only a Max Verstappen fan, I mean Lando Norris and Russell. Yeah, they are two of my favorites as well. I really hope better cars for them next season. For all three of them, actually. And put the Ferrari up there as well. So, yeah, being a Dutchie and a Max Verstappen fan, this race left a sour taste. First of all, I want to say I am absolutely convinced Lewis did not do that on purpose. It was a racing incident where Lewis was predominantly at fault for causing the collision. Anyone who says Max is at fault, sorry, no. Anyone who says that Lewis did it on purpose, doubly no. It can happen, it's racing, it's hard racing. They both gambled, and yeah, Max got off the worst, and not by a little bit. A 51G crash. He was fully ahead at the moment. Lewis has understeer and was driving on dirt. That basically caused a collision. Both of them were driving on the edge, and the edge was just too sharp. So yeah, it left me a sour taste that he was out of the race just in the first round. And the way it went, it was sickening. But that's not really the worst that got me a sour taste. Because, in my opinion, it's a racing incident where Lewis is more at fault than Max. But it can happen. And even it was a hefty crash. The sickening part came after how they went on the radio. Oh, Lewis did nothing wrong with all this. Going over corpses. Toto. I know many people don't like the sayings of Christian Horner, but Toto Wolff was just, let's put it this way, clowning out there with his comments. I'm not gonna say Christian Horner was not clowning, but this time Toto really took the cake. And that while there was just a heavy crash. I understand you want to gain all the points you want, or at least trouble if you want, but that was not the moment to make such comments. Maybe a little bit later or behind closed door, go to the steward's office and make a case there, but don't do it like that. It's poor for the sport and stuff like that. And anyone who's complaining about Bottas going to the side, Bottas is not fighting for the championship. If the roles were reversed and it would have made the difference for Max, Perez would have been asked to go on the side as well. So, no comment there. All in all, Lewis drove a good race. I say good because he had no competition. I mean, Bottas competition for Lewis? No. Norris was not really competition this time either. And Perez, he was all the way in the back. And the real competition was just, out of the race. Let's put it nicely. And then the real sour taste. Being a poor loser, everybody can understand. But being a poor winner, sorry, that was just disgusting to see. Like Lewis won the world championship again. Sorry, Lewis, but you punted off your major competition, your only competition, and then you were going like from, I've won the world. You are the predominantly cause of someone going to the hospital, and you were celebrating without abandon. I know it's written, I could understand that you wanted to drive the Britain flag, but then going onto the field towards the fans and stuff like that, that was the point where I went go, barf. I have a lot of respect for Lewis as a racing driver. He is one of the greats. For me, he is not the best ever. Most successful, undoubtedly. Anyone who says otherwise on that part, he is a great driver. He's very successful. And if you think he is the best of all times, go ahead. Michael Schumacher is that also not for me. Fangio is it for me. So, yeah. But the behavior of Lewis today was shameful. No remorse for what has happened. Sickening. This race, because of that, leaves a real bad taste in my mouth. So, Lewis, you are a poor winner today. And then all the Merc propaganda, I can't say that any other way. From a victory to remember, but not for a good reason. So, no, this was not a good victory. Was it a good race? Except for that one, turn one. Turn one? No, it was not turn one. That Copse corner, lap one incident. Except for that, it was a decent race. Not overly exciting. Not overly boring. It was just there. It was good. So all the negative on the side. Sprint qualifying was a success. And the regular qualifying. Holy heck. Where did he manage to get that from? So close. Two different cars, so close. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next race where this will be implemented. I don't think it can be implemented on any race, but it was very interesting and I'd like to see it more. Right, before I go to the end, a little bit of news. I will read it out loud. Max Verstappen. First of all, I'm glad I'm okay. It was quite an impact at 51G, but feeling better. Obviously very disappointed with being taken out like this. The penalty given does not help us in any way, and it doesn't do justice to the dangerous move Lewis made on track. Watching the celebrations after the race while still in hospital is disrespectful and unsportsmanlike behavior, but we must move on. Okay, sorry for the wrong punctuations, but yeah, that kind of sums it up how I think on the incident. Lewis made a dangerous move, but Max could have done it a little bit different as well. That's why I say it's predominantly Lewis's fault, not solely. And then those celebrations at the end. That is the sickening part. The sickening was, of course, the 51G crash, but the most sickening was the celebration part. Not that he won the race. I mean, Max was out at that point already. Still leading the championship, luckily. And I say luckily because in this way, it's just foul play. Not that I'm saying that Lewis was foul in this. But losing like this is foul play. Winning like this, it's a bit different. Hope you know what I mean. If you don't, I'm not saying Lewis did it on purpose. I don't believe that. Not for one moment. So yeah. A race to move on from, let's put it that way. Not one for the history books, even though it was the first sprint qualifying ever. Yeah. The whole weekend as a whole, I will give a 7.5 though. There were some good moves on track. It was interesting. Too bad for that one sickening incident and how it was handled. And with handled, I mean the celebrations after the race. And the way they went about it on the radio. I'm not gonna point in one direction, especially not solely in one direction, but yeah. I can keep on complaining on that, and I don't want to, so stay safe, and everybody, see you at the next race. Hopefully much better, much cleaner, and no, I'm gonna end on a positive note. Before the incident, the racing between Lewis and Max Verstappen was wonderful. It was on the knife edge, not over. It was exhilarating. I really loved those moments. Want to see more of that without the accident. If they can do switch rounds like that all the way to the end, I don't care who wins the championship. If it comes down to the wire to the last race, I don't care who wins it. As long as it's clean, no foul play, and wheel-to-wheel racing. Not wheel-to-wheel banging, but wheel-to-wheel racing. So I'll end with that, a little bit more positive. Everybody stay safe, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.